Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. Another evolution is making prices crash in FC26 as yet again the newest evo to this game is creating cards that are actually usable. We're going on day 3 of a new evo coming out that's actually good, that's paid, which could drain some coins, as well as the cards that come out of it are also very good, making player prices drop. Now the market's going to be a central part of our discussion today, with ultimate scream cards being the main investment of the week, and we are now only 2 days away from the 99 stat upgrades and roll plus upgrades to these cards. We're going to talk about these prices and if there's still time to get in. And content today on Monday brings us a new tournament mode. We'll be looking into that, but also some content that's expiring today that we might want to try to get done before it goes away. Guys, if you're excited for the video, drop a thumbs up on it, and of course, hype the video if you can, and subscribe if you are new. To start the video today, what if I told you that playing FC26 could send you to the Champions League final match in Budapest this next year? That's the truth with the UEFA Champions League Challenge by PlayStation Tournaments. Since it's a Champions League week and those matches are happening, this tournament is back, running almost every single hour from today on Monday through the whole rest of the entire week. You have an opportunity to play in these free tournaments, not only for FC points in the here and now, rewards that you will get almost instantly, but also tickets and a fully accommodated travel to the Champions League final as the grand prize for these UEFA Champions League Challenge tournaments. Make sure you get registered and signed up. It's super easy to do so. You just hit the PlayStation button, go to the tournaments tab, and pick the tournament time slot that you want to play, hit register, and you are in. Now, if you want to learn more about this, you can click the link down below in the description to see everything related to the UEFA Champions League Challenge tournament. And the best of luck to you guys as you play for a chance to go to the game yourself. Now back to yesterday's Sunday content. We'll start with objectives, where just a quick mention needs to be made about the FC Pro Open Global Qualifier that was going on once again yesterday. If you watched the stream, you can go ahead and claim all the rewards from this. Once again, if you watched on Twitch, you got to claim those rewards from the inventory page. That's where you can see those packs and you can get that progress claimed. And if you're on YouTube, it'll just automatically go for you. So I got all those packs. We'll be opening some of those alongside the other packs I've been saving up from this weekend on the stream today on Monday. But yesterday, the real content came in the SBCs and the evolution section. First, in SBCs, the Romelu Lukaku Scream card, center attacking mid position change, but he has striker alternate position, so it's really just a flip-flop of his gold cards, alternate and preferred positions. 4-star, got the boost on the weak foot there, and a really solid card. Honestly, it's solid because it's cheap though. Advanced forward plus, shadow striker plus on the rolls. He's got incisive, low driven, power shot, enforcer, and press proven. Of course, is going to get 99 stat boost as well with the other scream cards this week. The stats do not look bad at all. I know the agility and the balance is low, but this is Lukaku that we're talking about. At the very least, do the 2 squads, the 82 of the team of the week and the 83 squads for this SBC in the next week, to stash this card in your club. He fits Evos already. People are putting him into the Musiala Evo, the Star in Motion, which gives him a nice +2 passing boost and a very needed +7 dribbling boost, along with some defense and physical, and the Trickster and Technical plus. So if you really want to go for an Evo for Lukaku already, you could do this, and of course that would give him 5-star skills as well. But I think for me, this is just a super cheap SBC to complete, to put in the club, that you can't go wrong with. Again, we got to try to get as many of these scream cheap SBCs in our club that we can, and I'm telling this to myself as I need to do a few of these before they expire, because of the roll plus and the roll pluses that these cards get. Those are permanent, right? The 99 stats are not, but the roll plus and pluses are, and that's big going forward for the rest of the game with evolutions 100%. So that was the first SBC from yesterday. Of course, the other big SBC was the icon pack, max 88 base icon upgrade, and we were curious, what was EA going to do with the requirements of this? They kept them the exact same. 85 with the team of the week, 86, and an 87 rated squad to get this done. A lot of people are doing the icon pack because it is the same price as the max 87. It is just 200,000 coins to get this one done, and as you would expect, fodder has gone up. It seems like it's good value when a icon pack goes up in rating, more cards are able to be packed from it, but yet it stays the same price. That's what EA's been doing this year with the hero and the icon upgrades, and I think they're getting a lot of people to complete these SBCs. 76% upvoted. If you take a look at fodder, you can see that it went up. It's down a little bit right now, like Endler and the rest of the 88s went from 15, 16K as they were over the weekend up to above 18,000 coins. Right now, they're at about 17,000. Same thing with the 86s and the 87s. They had some really nice spikes yesterday. If you sold in those spikes, that may have been the peak. But I do believe also fodder could trickle up a little bit more today on Monday. I just don't know if it's going to keep rising through the rest of the week until Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday when the, I believe, hero pack refreshes, that maybe fodder will have a bit of a bounce then, especially on the 85, 86, and 87 ranges. But really, there's not a lot of big SBCs that are going to be incoming. There's one card that maybe looks decent. Other than that, we're kind of just waiting to see what this next promo is. It sounds like it's going to be UEFA Prime Time, right? We do have maybe a Premier League Player of the Month SBC coming this Friday, but it doesn't seem at all as big as what we've had in the previous 2 weeks with End of an Eras and Pogba and the first icon pack and stuff like that. So if you have good profits on fodder, if you were buying at 15K, I would try to sell at 18 and 19,000 coins, specifically on those 88s, or maybe 13K on the 87s, maybe like 7.8 to 9K on the 86s, just to try to take those profits in the next couple of days before we figure out what this next promo is going to look like. Also, we got to mention Team of the Weeks. In yesterday's video, I mentioned getting 84 rated Team of the Weeks down at a low price of under 11,000 coins, and I do believe that they were all selling above 12,000, like 500, maybe even 13K yesterday. You guys were able to pick up some sales. I believe even all Team of the Weeks right now are selling for a slightly inflated price. Like, they're not minimum price. I think they're right at 11,000 coins. That's just because, as we said yesterday, the number of Team of the Weeks that EA is requiring recently in the SBCs is making these card prices kind of start to trickle up. So once again, it's a great reminder for every single Team of the Week. If you have over like 500K, pick the best cards that are on that discard minimum price kind of price range from the Team of the Week, and make sure you stock them in your club. Like Harry Maguire from the last Team of the Week, I'd have to double check this one to see who maybe looks the best in it, but like that Grabara goalkeeper, Gabriel Sara 100%. Of course, the 84 rateds like Saibara, Zambo Anguissa, Pavlidis, make sure you stock one of those in your club, and then any of the other Premier League cards, even Fleming from Burnley, I'd put one of those into my club as well. Maybe Diamande, because his card looks decent. Stuff like that. Stock them in your club for future evolutions and for the time where informs probably all go up to 20K, because it's going to happen most likely at some point this year. Now, let's talk about the big content, which once again was an evolution, guys. We have a left mid left wing Evo called the Curse of the Left, and yet again, it's another Evo that is crashing prices because it's paid, which is taking coins off the market, and has a really, really good boost. You take a look at the acceleration and sprint speed, up to 92 for acceleration, 85 for sprint speed, agility up to 90, shooting boost up to 83. You get the rapid playstyle, but look at the reactions and the balance, the stamina and the jumping boost there, up to 90 balance, up to 84 reactions. This is a big boosting Evo, 100%. It's looking really good actually on some silver cards and some low rated goals. Now it is max 80, so you can't put too high rated of a player into it anyways, but the skill moves go up to 4. You get press proven as well as the rapid, as we mentioned there. And there's just a lot of nice cards that come out of this. Luckily, I have in my club here, I'm not sure if I'm going to spend 25K on this, but the most popular player to go into this evolution is Doku. He doesn't get a skill move boost because he already has 4, but he gets the press proven and he already has rapid plus, so he doesn't get anything added there. But really interesting combination with the playstyles for this card, and you're giving him some very needed boosts in some areas, especially for the agility. You're getting the nice reactions boost, the composure boost is getting up there, a little bit of a shooting boost in this card as well. I know people have evolved Doku in the past already, but this card is just creating, or this Evo is just creating nice cards. Even like Lucas Paqueta gets a pace boost up to 87 pace. That is fantastic. This Gabriel Silva silver card is insane looking, and there's just so many other cards with this that look really good. Even the Rio Ngumoa, the Liverpool left mid card, going to 5-star skills. That looks like it's a double Evo chain there. There's so many potential options like that. Like for me, I'm actually thinking of doing Dane Scarlett, the Spurs player. player in this evolution. It is a solid Evo. Rashford and Doku, of course, if you take a look at their gold cards, have started to move a bit. Interesting thing with these cards that get invested in and then the Evo actually turns out being good. You see Doku was invested in since Friday night. The leakers knew this Evo was coming out. Yesterday before the Evo, he was all the way up to like 7K. And then after the Evo came out, he didn't really go up. It took him a couple hours and then he really started to rise. He went from about 6.5K to now being 7.8K. And he honestly could rise even a little bit further today. I'd watch that card very closely because he is one of the most popular players going into this evolution for sure. Now, on the flip side, here's the crashing market side of this. You've got Nico Williams, one of the most popular left mid, left wings in this game. Went from 83,000 coins down to 69K yesterday on Sunday. So many cards that we've seen over the past couple of days have just dropped right after the Evos come out. It's obvious as to what these cards are dropping for. It's the fact that the evolutions are actually really good and people are taking these new cards they're getting from Evos and using them instead of the cards here. Now, this Nico Williams could rebound back a bit because it's hard to beat how good this Nico Williams is in game. He's, I think, one of the most annoying players to play against, especially when somebody's running a 4-4-2. He just, boom, threw ball down the wing, rapid plus, and he's in, right? But now a lot of people may be getting Doku for that exact same thing. And instead of having an 80,000 coin card tradable for their team, they just have to pay 30K if they have to buy this card, plus the 25,000 coins that the Evo costs, and that's less coins than this Nico Williams, which is why he's dropping. But you take a look at the rest of the market, and you look at player prices that have dropped over the weekend. We had the Musiala Evo on Saturday, right? What happened? Center attacking mids got cooked. We had the big Adama Traore Flash Evo on Friday. What happened? Right mids got cooked, like this Lamine Yamal or like the Olise card. Even like the Doué. I sold Doué last week, the Ratings Reload Doué card, for 500,000 coins, and now look at his price in cards like Olise over the last couple of days. They've just absolutely crashed in these certain positions because of the Evos that have come out. And again, EA said a couple of weeks ago that, hey, we're going to make Evos better. That's one of the pieces of community feedback that people wanted to see, which is great. It is awesome to see Evos get better, but on the flip side of that, it is causing us to find a little bit of some market distress in those areas because of new and good cards that are coming out of those evolutions. Now, market as a whole, of course, we're talking a lot about the Scream cards, but as we mentioned, we were really curious to see how the market would react this weekend to the new drop of Weekend League rewards that give out more coins and more tradable packs. And so far, we're still seeing some of the top tier cards, the most meta and rare items, do pretty good in price, as long as they've not been really hurt by an Evo that has come out. Like, is this Evo that came out yesterday really going to hurt Claudia Pina? Probably not. But look at her card. On Thursday, you know, new patch was reverted, right? And she really exploded in price, but she's just been going up over this entire weekend. That is a rare out-of-packs card. Icons and some of the heroes have been doing this as well, and that was the part of the market that we said was probably going to be the safest. I've been trading with this guy, Ledley King, right? He goes every day, or he was going, from 270,000 coins to 300K. Right now, he's 330,000 coins. Vincent Company, I remember last week, I was trying to buy for under 500K and would sell him at like 550 for 20 to 25K profit, right? Now his lowest price is 530 and he's going to 600. Center backs are maybe one of the safest places to trade right now because we had that one CB Evo, but it wasn't that crazy. And these cards just continue to go up. I flipped 2 Cordobas yesterday from 430,000 coins to 470 to 480. So you can still absolutely trade on this market. I think I'd be a bit more careful, but just focus on the cards that have still maintained good prices and seem to have a good bit of demand on them. Now, speaking of good bits of demand and people wanting to buy, we absolutely got to talk about these Scream cards because, guys, I do think yesterday was the buy day for these cards. I don't think they're going to go much lower today. With the way the content looks, it looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet day today. And the way these cards have already been moving, Pulisic is up 10K per card. Mariona was under 190. She's now 215. The Dybala, that of course we talked about in yesterday's video, is following the same trend as a lot of these other cards and is moving up. I think this Quadrado, I just saw him at 45,000 coins. I may try to get a couple on bid. I know that his low was 39K and he hit that twice yesterday. I just feel like this dude could go to like 60. This is a very, very hyped card because he links to Cabal from the first team as well. And there's a lot of Serie A hype right now with especially the Lukaku that was pretty cheap that was just dropped, and Quadrado's a FIFA legend, and the fact that he's going to get 99 pace on Wednesday when he gets his card upgraded. That's a card, and most of these cards are items that I still believe can go up in price. Griezmann, he's one that hasn't gone up a ton. He was 260, 270 at his lowest, went up to 300, came back down to 270s. Sure, he's still 280, but these cards still have more room to rise. I do think that yesterday was the low point, so if you want to try to get invested, what I would tell you to do is just look at the graphs, try to get a low point for one of those, and I still think for these cards, selling in the hype may be the best option. Even though there's going to be so much hype, man. That's the thing. Like, if you guys were on the game on Friday night when EA made the mistake and upgraded the card stats to 99 already, it's different when there's cards with 99 stats. The hype levels are going to be insane. I know I mentioned this a couple times, but it's so true. Like, you just see a card with a 99, you're like, I need to use that. I want to use that card. And that's how every single one of these Scream cards is going to look. That's what does worry me a little bit for the rest of the market. And as I would say, you know, you can trade with cards like this Claudia Pina. I think if you've invested in cards for your team and they're kind of going up, or even if they've gone down, if they go up today, if the market for like gold, Sophia Wilson, who I know is absolutely cooked, or even like Lamine Yamal, if those sorts of players that you maybe bought for your team go up today or tomorrow, I think I would sell them just to be careful with what we have upcoming with the Scream card upgrades, because that's where so many people are going to be focused this week, and those prices are probably going to start rising today. You can still look at Team 1, and you can absolutely still look at the hero cards here, but just be careful if somebody's already up like Hamsik, 926K right now. He was 700K last week. Just be careful with some of those, and once again, remember what cards are getting what upgrades. We had that picture in yesterday's video, and we'll be talking about it on the stream in the next day or two for sure, looking at what cards are getting what 99 stat upgrades from Team 2, because we know for Team 1 and for those heroes, we still do not know yet. But I think today could be last call for the Scream cards for their rises that should be happening later on this week. So that's kind of the market in a nutshell, just waiting for the Scream prices to go up a bit and for the Scream updates to happen to really see how the rest of the market's going to be impacted. But I still think you can do some quick flipping like this Vidic. If I can snag him for like 440, I think I can sell him for like 480 to 490, and that's decent profit. This Makalele, if I can get him for 420, I will try to flip him again because I flipped him yesterday for decent profit there. So you can still trade. Just be careful with what you're trading with and realize that there may be some price drops incoming later on in the week. Now let's talk about content today on Monday and how things may shape up. First, it's kind of a day of beginnings and endings, and I want to look at the stuff that is ending first because I feel like it's a good reminder to check the Evo that is the Flash Evo, Fast Like Adama. This expires at content today. I'm looking at myself when I say this too, that I got to get a couple more games of squad battles done for the Gabriel Sar that I've been doing. Just make sure you finish the Evo. It's not put the player in the Evo, like the whole thing expires at the content drop today. So just be wary of that. Also today at the content drop, we have a tournament that is expiring, a live event rather, the Season 1 Excellence Exhibition. This is the one that you can get SP for. So currently right now, I am in the middle of doing it. I've won one, lost two. I haven't played a whole bunch. That's the One Nation tournament. And again, that is the cup or the tournament that gives SP as the reward. This is not the Season 2 one. This is this one right here. Season 1 Excellence Exhibition. I got to play some games in this, play 6 more games actually to get the SP. That is very worth it at this early stage of the game to max out that tournament there. So Flash Evo and that tournament are ending, but what begins today is not the gauntlet. It's not a gauntlet week, guys, but it is a tournament called the Screamers Tournament, which means that it is long range game mode. It's a 4-round tournament where goals from outside the box will count as double. It's a daily refreshing tournament. It says 30 of 30 entries, and it's daily refreshing. So it sounds like it's going to be basically unlimited games. I mean, 30 entries in a 4-round tournament. Sure, you could lose in the first round 30 times, and then you wouldn't be able to play anymore. but that's a lot of games. Basically unlimited tournament here for this Screamers one. We're going to have to see what the rewards are. That's how it goes down, right? The objectives are not released in the game yet for what this is going to tie to. So we'll have to see what the rewards are to feel out if it's worth it or not. I do have a couple of guesses as maybe what that'll look like. But we do have a couple of squad requirements here. You have to have one Scream player in your starting squad, and you have to have one 88 rated player or higher. That's it. So you have to have 87s and below for the entire squad except for one player. So not that that's going to be super hard for a lot of us, but maybe you have to change out one or two players from your team. Now, what the rewards could be from this? Well, maybe there's one or two players that are a part of it. This Onabate was just leaked as an SBC/objective card. And this is actually a really interesting one if you think about it, because we've just had some Barcelona links on the men's side and the women's side get some hype. Claudia Pina, of course, this would be a great link for her card. Marcus Rashford, SBC, great link for him as well. Depending on the stats of this could be pretty interesting. I've been using Alex Scott as my right back in my main team for a long time, and she's very good. I think this Onabate card could be similarly good to Alex Scott, depending on the playstyle plus that she has, if she has jockey, if she has a playstyle plus at all, and if she gets a stat boost specifically in the pace department. So that would be my guess. If there was to be a player reward as a part of this tournament, that could be involved there. Also, as FutDonk leaked early in the weekend, that there's more Halloween names still incoming. So maybe a guy like Gory is going to be in the objective section today for that Screamers tournament as well. Now, content today on Monday shouldn't be that crazy. Other than that, contents days on Mondays are really usually slow. Upgrade packs would be a part of the discussion for today. Will we get our first player pick? I said that last week. We didn't get it. Still holding out hope we get our first like 77 plus player pick of the year. That would be sweet. And then I do think we'll get a player SBC today. And it may be, here's a bit of a flashbang warning. There's a lot of brightness on this. It may be the I Made Player of the Month SBC, because I believe our last month's PLTM SBC player for Luwani is expiring today. So I would not be surprised if we had I Made be the Player of the Month SBC player of the day today as well. So maybe player picks, maybe the I Made SBC, definitely the Screamers tournament, and maybe a day that we slow down for a second. We don't have a crazy Evo that crashes the market. We're one day closer to the Screamer cards, a day to slow down and a day to catch up. And let's open one pack. Tradable 75 plus times 9 from Squad Battles, Silver 1 rewards. All right, nothing there. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the video for me today. I will see you guys in the Twitch stream. We got some gameplay grinding to do, some squad battles to do, and your boy has to get some of those tournament games in as well. Hope you guys have a great start to the week, and I will see you guys in the stream later today. It's been TheFutAccountant. I'll see you there. Peace out.